Hey, good morning, family. Today we have a very special breakfast video for you guys. This is one of my favorite breakfast meals. So we're gonna be making biscuits and gravy. So before I get started, I just wanted to show you the type of biscuits I use. They're the buttermilk Grand's Pillsbury biscuits. I'm gonna be doing probably 4 biscuits, so we're gonna cook it for about 24 minutes on 350. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put these biscuits on this pan here, and I'm going to put them in the oven, and then we'll go ahead and get started on the rest of the recipe, which is making the gravy mixture for the biscuits and gravy. All right, so stay tuned. I'm gonna get these in the oven, and then I'll show you all the ingredients we're gonna need to make the gravy, okay? Be right back. All right, you guys, so we have the biscuits in the oven right now. So the rest of the ingredients we're just gonna need some whole milk, all-purpose flour, and the sausage of your choice. This is what I have on hand today, so that's what I'm gonna be using. Also, to let you guys know, you can use heavy cream instead of milk, but just know your gravy is gonna be a lot thicker. So I like to use milk because it's a little thinner. What else? Oh, salt and pepper. Definitely gonna need some salt and pepper to season your gravy, okay? So what I'm doing now is, my wife doesn't eat biscuits and gravy, so I'm going to make her sausage on the side, and then we'll continue. I'm gonna get 3 patties out. If I can get them out. 3 patties. And I'm gonna cook those in another pan. There we go. So her sausages are over here cooking, and I'm gonna put my salt and pepper back over here. So, like I said, milk, flour, and sausage. That's what you need, and salt and pepper to season everything. You can even put Cajun seasoning if you like. For me, salt and pepper is good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna move the camera. I'm filming by myself. My wife is still in the room. So I'm gonna set up my camera, reposition it, and meet you guys over here at the stove. We can go ahead and start putting together this gravy. So be right back, all right? Catch you later. All right, you guys, so now we wanna go ahead and start browning our sausage. So you can break them up. Just throw them in there. So you're gonna use the spatula anyway to chop them up more. So I ended up cooking 4 sausages in the other pan, kind of keep it even. And then with your flour and milk ratio, you kind of just want to gauge it by the amount of sausage you use. So what I like to do when I make biscuits and gravy is I like to make sure that all my pieces of sausage are covered with flour. And then of course you want to cook the flour off. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing this, so just bear with me. So today is New Year's. Happy New Year's, everyone. We plan on making a lot more videos this year. So I hope that you guys are joining us for the ride. Definitely want to make some more breakfast videos. This is my favorite meal of the day, so definitely want to make some more breakfast videos for you guys. Let me wash my hands, I'll be right back. All right, so hands are all washed up. I hear my sausage starting to sizzle. Right now I'm on like a medium high, just to get them going. Let me check my sausage. Perfect. All right, so like I said, we're just browning this sausage here. Then once I get a good sizzle, I'll go ahead and turn it down a little bit. For now, I'm gonna put my milk back in the fridge, so I need it. Just gonna start stirring it around a little bit. So I think that whole package is like a pound. So this is probably going to be 8 ounces of sausage. So just so you'll know, for recipe purposes, I'm using about 8 ounces of sausage. And I think this will probably get you at least 3 servings, depending on how much you like biscuits and gravy. So yeah, so all we're doing now is just browning the meat. You can chop it to the consistency you like. I like mine a little fine and a little chunky, so a combination of both. So I think it's high enough, I can turn it down. So right now I'm on medium. I'm just gonna let that roll. So right here I have not even a full half cup of flour. So like I said, when I start to put my flour mixture in, I just want to make sure that I'm covering all the pieces of sausage, and then I'm going to let the sausage and the flour cook together and cook that flour taste off of the flour. So yeah, so that's it. For now, this is a very simple recipe. Anybody can make it. I used to always be intimidated because I love biscuits and gravy, and I was like, you know, I don't think I can make that. Until I found out how easy it was. Very simple. And then most of the time you already have all the ingredients in your house already. But for people who still feel like this is a challenge, they do have the packets that you can buy in the store. I may have some myself. I'm not sure. Yep, so once this is brown, you're going to just add that flour. How many of you guys decided to go back to work? I've been off for about 8 days so far. Went by way too fast. So with this meal, we're gonna have some scrambled eggs. I might get fancy and throw some tomatoes, or half tomatoes, bell pepper and onion in my eggs, and some cheese maybe. And then we're gonna have some home style potatoes. Basically diced potatoes that I diced up myself. You can buy them frozen too, but I just diced mine up. Very simple. I use like half the potato, so I don't know what I'm gonna do the other half. Maybe I'll make a half a baked potato. So yeah, so our sausage is almost cooked through. Probably another 2 minutes. You're just cooking your sausage until there's no longer any pink showing in your sausage meat. The more you chop it, the easier it is to cook it. But I mean, you can cook the sausage for a while, you know. And then we still have more cooking to do as well, so it'll continue to cook. Yep, very easy. Not challenging at all. And you don't want to get rid of any of that grease that the sausage made. It's going to be a lot of flavor added in your gravy. You'll see it too. It's going to look like almost like butter. Like when butter melts. We're almost there. Look how long I got on my biscuits. 3 minutes on my biscuits. So once that timer goes off for the biscuits, I'm going to have to take a quick pause. And then that's good because we'll be ready to move on to the next step in this process anyway. So, yeah. So just to recap for beginning cooks, You're just cooking all the pink out of your sausage. And if you feel uncomfortable, you feel like you don't know when it's done, just keep chopping it up. Now you can see, I don't know how good you guys can see it, but let me bring it to you since I have a camera person with me. There's no pink at all in my sausage, all right? So I am ready to move forward. But I have to get my biscuits out of the oven and we'll come back. So let me just keep this here. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Just let that continue to kind of simmer a little bit. And then we'll be back for the next step, which is to add the flour and the milk mixture. And then we'll be on our way to having some biscuits and gravy. Be right back. All right, you guys, so my biscuits are done. And this is just for like people just starting out cooking. You can check to make sure your biscuits are done by just putting a toothpick in there and just pulling it out and making sure there's no wet like batter or biscuit dough on there. See that? Comes out clean. So these biscuits are ready to go. So at this stage, you can either put butter. I'm not gonna put butter because I'm gonna have plenty of flavor from my gravy, but you can butter your biscuits. You see a little white on the top from the dough. You can butter that and you can put it back in for another 30 seconds or so. But I'm good with this. So our biscuits are done. So we're gonna set these aside and let those cool. And then we're gonna continue the process of the gravy. So be right back. All right guys, so I was trying to do too many things at once. So now we're ready to go ahead and make our gravy. So let me go ahead and put our flour in there. So the amount of flour you put in there kind of depends on how thick you want your gravy to be. So like I said, for me, I just want to make sure all my sausage pieces are covered. So that looks good for me right now. So what I'm going to do is just let this cook off with the sausage, all right? So just kind of get all that incorporated. And as you do that, the flour taste will kind of burn off. Don't worry about it, as long as you don't have your oven or your stove on too high. Like mine is right at medium right now. So I can control, I can prevent my flour from burning. So I think that's plenty of flour. So I probably use like a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour with 8 ounces of breakfast sausage, okay? So now I'm gonna continue probably another 3 minutes, just letting that flour cook, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my milk. And as far as measurement for the milk, I'll let you guys know I have a cup here. So maybe if I use the cup, I'll use this to pour the milk in so you guys will have a good measurement on the milk as well. So it's just cooking through. See how it doesn't look as floury anymore? It's kind of becoming like tacky to the meat. That's what you want. And then that milk is gonna loosen it up and give you that gravy. So when I add the milk in there, I'm gonna turn it up just a little. I want it to come to a slight simmer. And then once it simmers, I'll go ahead and, or starts to kind of boil a little bit, I'll go ahead and turn it down and let it just simmer and finish cooking. So at this point, your meat is cooked. So you can kind of cook it as long as you want. So that's good for me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add my milk. And then once I add my milk, I'll go ahead and add my seasoning to it. So I'm gonna start with about a half a cup. Just see where that takes me. So I can already tell I'm gonna need a little bit more, so I'll go with another half. That might do it. So that's a full, pretty much a full cup of milk. Then you just kind of stir it around, let that milk and that flour get to know each other. And it's gonna thicken up. So at this point, this would be a good time to go ahead and add your seasoning. You can already start seeing it thicken up right now. So now I'm gonna turn it down to like a medium low. Just keep stirring it like you do a roux. You may need a little bit more milk depending on how much gravy you want. So for me, I want mine a little thinner, so I'm gonna add some more milk. Sorry, I forgot to use the measuring cup, but let me get my salt and pepper. So just salt and pepper to taste. You can always add salt, you just can't take it away. So just put a little for now. Pepper, have fun. I like my pepper to show, especially in my gravy. So I'm just gonna continue to mix that in. Hopefully I don't make a mess. As simple as that. This gravy is pretty much done. See that? Pretty much done. Just trying to see if it's thick enough for me or thin enough for me. I'm putting just a tad bit more milk. Okay. So I think all in all, I'll probably use like a cup and a half of milk. So about a cup and a half of milk, 8 ounces of sausage, and quarter cup of flour. But for the flour, it's easy. You don't really have to measure it. You just, like I said, just put enough in there just to cover every piece of the sausage. And there you go. There's your gravy. Let me show you. See that? That's your sausage gravy. So as it continues to sit, it's going to continue to thicken up too. So if it's too liquidy for you, if you want it a little thicker, you can add less milk, or just let it continue to simmer, and it'll continue to thicken up. All right. So that was it. That's what you got. So like I said, I'm going to let mine simmer for about another 3 minutes. Continue to thicken up just a little bit, and then I'm going to put this away, and then we'll go ahead. I have another dish I need to make for this breakfast, so I'm going to go ahead and pause with you guys now, and then like I said, 3 minutes, this should be done. I'll remove this, and then we'll go ahead to the next, or I'll go to my next thing, and then I'll come back and show you guys the finished product. All right, sorry you can't see me, I'm filming by myself, so I'll be right back. And there you have it, people. That's the finished product. Got me a nice little cheese omelet, biscuits and gravy, some home style potatoes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay. Hey guys, so this is the finished look. So as you see here, I got my biscuits and gravy, got me some home style potatoes, and I got me a nice little cheese omelet. Take a look at that. Very simple dish. Hey guys out there, you can impress your lady. If she likes biscuits and gravy, you can make this simple recipe. What was it, 4 ingredients? Sausage, flour, milk, and biscuit. Frozen biscuits at that. Very simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please leave us a comment and let us know. If there's other breakfast ideas you want me to make, let me know. Like I said, breakfast is my favorite meal of the day, so I do not mind making breakfast for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and taste it real quick for you guys. I've made this several times, so I already know that it's good. But I'll just taste it for you guys. Don't tempt me with a good time. A home run. Slam dunk. If you guys have a VA near you, go there. They got some good biscuits and gravy too. My wife, she's gonna be like, but yeah, I like the VA breakfast. Anyway, that's all we got time for today. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.